I'm not a big fan of lava. We don't exactly have the best of relationships, let's just put it that way. With that being said, in some of the recent snapshots, a really interesting feature has been introduced, and that is the fact that if I put some soul soil underneath lava that has ice next to it, then it will actually convert the lava into basalt. Right, let's see if this works. Yes. Okay, that's interesting. I know at this point in time, that feature is fairly old news, but I still hadn't tried it yet. So naturally, after seeing how the feature actually functions, my brain immediately went towards automated machines, because we have a movable water source and also a movable soul soil block down at the bottom here. So that means that we should be able to create automatic bridge builders. Check this thing out. Okay. Alright, so this thing's kind of steamrollering along, basically, just creating a path for us to walk over in the lava. You see that, Striders? You've already been made redundant, even if you are adorably hilarious. This guy's hitched a ride. He's hitched a ride on my machine. He's like, I'm not swimming through the lava if this thing exists. I'm hopping straight on. Anyway, within just a few minutes, this little machine right here has managed to make its way to land. This guy's hopped off as if this is some kind of slime block taxi. That was genuinely hilarious. And we now have a perfectly constructed bridge all the way across this lava lake right here. The only issue is that it's a bit pants, isn't it? Yeah, there's nothing special about this, so I think we should do something a little bit better. Now, the big question is, does this actually work on flowing lava? It doesn't look like it. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. Well, this idea has failed. I give up. Goodbye. Of course, I'm joking. Just means we're going to have to get a little bit more creative. I think this means we're going to need two sets of flying machines. We're going to need a flying machine that is flying underneath the lava. That's going to be moving the soul soil along. And then we're going to need another flying machine up at the top, which is going to be moving all of our ice and also all the other things that we need this machine to be doing. Okay. Alright. Now, normally, this would not be too tricky of a task, but have you ever seen what it's like to try and build in lava? I've just placed 2 blocks and I've lost them. Genuinely have no clue where they are. Did I even place 2 blocks? Oh, there they are. They've arrived out of no... This is going to be stressful. Oh, I found a sweet spot. If I can just stay here, then I can build underneath the lava without too much stress. Oh, this is perfect. If this teleport command works, then this is a huge life hack, okay? Because that is the Y value that I was at when I could see through the lava. Yes! Alright, okay. So now I can teleport myself into vision zone. That's actually really handy. The only slight issue is that I need to be really quite far away to be able to get direction on my pistons, but that's better than not being able to see anything. With huge amounts of help from that command, I've managed to construct a little flying machine underneath our lava lake here. The only thing that I'm slightly concerned about is the observers firing due to the lava gradually clearing. We don't want any updates coming through these observers that we don't want. They should only be caused by the movement of pistons, and if we start getting updates from the lava gradually dispersing, that's going to be an issue. But I guess there really is only one way to find out if it is going to function, and that is to give it a proper test. Let's see what happens here then. Quick backups have been made. I wouldn't want to have to build that again. And 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, it sounds promising. I guess I can't actually see anything that's happening here. But that looks good, apart from the fact that, yeah, we are actually getting those lava updates. Those lava updates are causing the weird stoppages that keep happening in the build. Now, is there anything that we can do about that? Oh, we might actually be in a little bit of trouble. We could be in a little bit of trouble. Now, I'm hoping that these observers out the front, which obviously aren't going to have any lava updates, should be able to power this block, which will power this piston. And I'm hoping that these trapdoors right here should activate the observer to initiate it, but then also be a block in front of the observer to stop it from being affected by lava flow. That sounded like quantum physics, didn't it? That definitely sounded like quantum physics. And in true quantum physics fashion, it did exactly the opposite of what I expected. But after making a few minor tweaks to the design, I think we might just be about to send it off, and that is sounding A lot more promising. Yes, yes, yes. This is perfect. This is it. This is exactly what we need. Right, now we need to make its bigger brother. But now my happiness has come to an abrupt halt because I've just discovered that you can in fact convert flowing lava into basalt. I was just using the wrong ice. I hate myself. To be fair, the fact that they're separate flying machines is actually going to make this better. I'll explain why in a second. Anyway, I'm fairly certain I've got the top flying machine done, so if these two machines fly in sync, then we should get ourselves an 8 blocks wide bridge going across this lava lake right here. And it looks like that is the case. This has got to be one of the most satisfying looking things in Minecraft. Genuinely just looks like a steamroller. Okay, so this is a really, really strong start. We're going well here, but I didn't just want to make an 8 block wide bridge. As cool as that is, and this is pretty cool, I want to go further than this. I want to go better. But quickly, the reason that the two flying machines not being connected is better is because we don't get any gaps in the lava lake where the lava has been removed and we start getting flowing things like this. Oh my goodness, it's starting to go backwards. But back to that quickly, we are about to make some holes in the lava lake on each side of our bridge, so if we can minimize the size of those, then it's just going to make the whole thing look just a tiny bit nicer. Now, why are we making these holes? It's because I'm a moron, okay? Even if I have 8 blocks to play with, there is a chance that I'm going to run off the edge when I'm not concentrating and fall into lava. So I thought I would add in some safety guides, some little safety kind of barriers on either side into this thing, and I want to make them a little bit decorative. Now, the first stage is just pulling up these blocks right here, and that should be quite simple. We just need some sticky pistons on either side. Okay. I'm already loving the way that this is coming together. I'm already a huge fan. Alright, now we need to take these blocks here, we need to lift them up by a block, then another block, then we need to push them across so that they're up here. But I want to add a nice decorative design in that I want them to be like this. Which is... that's going to be interesting to see if I can pull that off. That is going to be very interesting to see if I can pull that off. So my first idea has failed. I thought if I had a double piston extender that pushes it across quickly, maybe it would skip one and then do one, but it hasn't. But somehow I've managed to make this work. And it does seem to be functioning. I've made some pretty serious changes. I actually made some of these changes while it was moving, which is hilarious, as you can actually see. But it functions. So I'm getting one, then missing one, then getting one, then missing one. This is fantastic. Sadly though, it didn't quite work upon launch because things were sticking together. But after a handful of redesigns, this machine has been created. So if we flick the lever, now we get one, we miss one, and also, obviously, we're getting the area pulled up on the sides. Now, this in of itself is actually quite a cool looking build. Like, I have to say, as far as bridges go, this is already quite nice. I'm already quite happy with it, but I definitely think it will be considerably cooler when we start lifting up those single blocks. That's going to look nuts. Now, if this works first time, I will be incredibly impressed. Well, that ended that dream very quickly, didn't it? How embarrassing was that? Hopefully this one goes a little bit better. All right, activated. Stuff is moving. Things are happening. Yes! We are, we are getting it. Look at this. It's like a little block conveyor belt that's just shifting the block. This is the best. How cool is this? All right, let me build the other side. And with that now done, I gotta say, I am really, really pleased with this. I think there's something so cool about it. And also, the interesting thing about this bridge builder is that this is actually constructing something that if I saw this going across the nether, I would think, oh, that's cool. Like, somebody's actually put some time into building a half-decent looking bridge going across the lava lake. How nice of them. When in reality, like, this is just an automated process. I am curious to see what happens here, because that's about to go through a lava blade. So let's see. Is it gonna... It didn't even break it! It's... Something's... I mean, I'm amazed that didn't break it. How did that not break it? This thing's indestructible. I'm actually so pleased with this. Check that out. This has been built by a machine. This walkway here has been built by a machine. That machine. It's not even that big. How crazy could you go with this? I feel like you could go absolutely wild. It actually, and also as a bonus, it kind of looks a bit like a Space Invader. I mean, this is the perfect redstone contraption. I've enjoyed making this redstone video. I'm probably going to toy around with this a little bit more. I like this concept, and I like the idea of going wild. I do hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. This was one of those videos I genuinely wasn't sure if it was going to end up being as cool as I thought. I kind of went in 50-50 as to whether or not I was going to scrap it entirely. But then it's come together really nicely, and that I'm impressed. I'm impressed. As I say, I wonder how crazy you can go with this. I'm going to be thinking about that all night.